to a GSL.
Did someone say esports?
Oh, yeah. You know what? Kode's become my favorite, man.
Yeah.
This is great.
Welcome to the GSL Code A. We're here on day 3. We have 6 players today. 3 will move on. 3 will be killed. We will kill the losers. So
we're going to throw them into a volcano.
Yes.
Soul
we'll carve their heart out on top of a Zuggurat.
Little did you guys know Soul is on top of a giant volcano. Wait, no, that's Yellowstone, not Soul. Okay, I forgot.
It's easy. It's an easy mistake to make.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're here casting Code A. It's been a good few days so far.
Yeah. It has been. It was actually like really good games on both the days. Some of the matches like Panic vs. Trap. Fantastic. Didn't think it was going to be good. Was one of the best matches we've seen in a long time.
I have to say that was one of the best PvPs we've ever casted.
Yeah, definitely. That
series was a fantastic series. Definitely check that out if you have the time. And tell your friends to tune in here today. We don't get anywhere near as many viewers here at Code A.
No.
Not as much hype behind this.
Well, the games oftentimes are a little bit one-sided and stuff.
Sometimes a little bit lackluster, although this Code A has not been the case.
Well, this Code A
We've actually had some better games in this Code A than we have in many of the Code S's we've casted.
Yeah, it's because this Code A is, like, we skipped Code A last time because we had the open qualifier, which means a bunch of good players that should have been in didn't get in, which gives us more matches that are good this time because there's a higher concentration of good players in here.
Yeah.
And it, like, obviously you're going to have a lot dropping down anyways because only 8 get the seeds, but more of those players are both dropping down and then coming up from the open qualifiers. So, like, next season, Code A won't be as good as this.
No.
Sorry.
This will actually...
But it won't be.
It's funny to say, but yeah, this will probably be the best Code A we'll ever have here.
It probably will be. Like, I guess when Legacy of the Void is released, that could be a very good Code A as well because it shifts everything. But this is, as far as Heart of the Storm, this will be our best Code A ever, I'm sure. But here's our matches for today, guys. It's Heart versus SOS. Then we have a ZVZ and a PvP. Penguin versus Symbol. And, of course, First versus Young Chick.
All these games today should be pretty good.
Yeah, it's... I'm very interested in the first
Penguin
match.
versus Symbol will not be that good, but we'll see.
It's hard to say. We haven't seen Symbol in a while. Penguin, like, made it into Code S before, but, like, got clubbed as if he was only good for his pelt. It was like he just got completely slaughtered. But that happened to Panic, and Panic put out a fantastic series yesterday. So you never know. These young kids that get just trounced one season sometimes come back stronger than ever. Maybe he's no longer a penguin. Maybe now he's an eagle.
Will this penguin learn how to fly? We're going to find out.
Probably not.
No, probably not. Sadly. Welcome to the studio, guys. Thanks so much for coming down here. And for those of you watching from home, do the right thing and come down to a GSL. Even if it's a Code A like today, it's always worth it to come down here. Entry is free.
Yeah, definitely.
And Hart looks like he's going incognito right now.
Yeah, seriously.
He's the
hat nerd.
Have we ever actually casted a game where a pro gamer had a hat on?
Yeah, I'm sure we have.
No, I don't think we have.
I can't think
not
of
in GSL. No, I don't think we've ever done it.
It's not allowed. You know what? It looks like he forgot to take the sticker off his hat. That's weird. Okay, so I want to talk about this match for a moment because Hart got kind of trounced in his Code S group. Of course, he just came back to the region after some success in the NA, WCS, and everything. But the thing about Hart is, like, when he did get killed off in his last group, he actually played very well. Like, strategically, he was all there. Very intelligent plays, very good builds. He just wasn't quite good enough to beat the players in his group. And then when MMA was doing really good, he was thanking Hart a lot for strategies and whatnot. So I think Hart right now is a very smart player. And if he just, like, is continually practicing, if, like, kind of like his reactions and macro and micro get up to the level that it seems his strategic thinking is on, he actually could do well against SOS. That is an absolute fact. So this match, everyone is thinking, okay, SOS will just crush, but I think that Hart has the potential to make this a very good match. I don't know if it'll happen, but I think the potential is there.
We're going to have to see. SOS is one of the winningest players around.
Yeah.
Actually winning the largest prize pools for tournaments that
pretty much all of them.
Yeah. He's actually with a lower number of first place finishes has made the most money. Anyways, going on to this game that we have here, Heart SOS. The map lineup is going to be Overgrowth, Iron Fortress, Bonnie Research Station, King Sejong Station, and Expedition Lost.
Cool. Well, we'll see how this goes. We see the bands there. Merry-Go-Round for SOS, Deadwing for Heart. So Heart doesn't want to have SOS have the ability to turtle up and easily get 4 bases, and SOS doesn't want to play on the open map of Merry-Go-Round. So that's like pretty, nothing too exciting there as far as the bands go.
Tosis, it's good to be here with you again today.
Yeah, man. It's
we got a
3 days in a row.
Small audience here today. Not a shocker. A lot of people. We don't normally get a lot of people down here on a Code A. But I gotta say, it's really cool to be back here at Square One for this tournament. We're gonna see the players who are gonna go into Code S. We're gonna see what I think could again be perhaps the best season we've ever had here for Code S as this one comes up.
It could be, yeah.
A lot of the Korean players that were competing overseas last year have now come back into Korea. And so we just have the most stellar lineup you could ask for. It's funny because initially when GSL started out, it was not every RTS player playing in it because the Brood War leagues were still going on. And then we had WCS happen where Koreans cut the world up into different slices of pie and would dominate each region. But now, this year, for the first time ever, we have all the Koreans here in the same place at the same tournament.
Yeah, there's like maybe 5 or 6 of them that have visas that are going to go ahead and win WCS this weekend in France.
Yeah.
But we'll see which one of them takes that pie home.
Quick wink from France there. Those Koreans will have that on lockdown. You know, just make sure we don't have too much foreign presence here.
Yeah, no, don't want to have that. Don't want to have a foreigner at BlizzCon.
No.
All right, here we go, man. Heart versus SOS. Think it could be a good match? I hope it's a good match.
It will be a best of 5, and Game 1 is just loaded up on Overgrowth.
Bottom left.
Axiom Heart.
I want to see you intro this next one.
Okay.
I think we need to be on this player's face for a little bit longer here in this shot. I think
I need it a little bit longer.
I don't know.
They're probably talking about the sticker on his hat. Like, oh, wow, that's weird. Okay, and up here in the top right, the Cannon Rusher. Tasteless is his spirit animal. He is. Oh, God, this is like just not smooth transitions today. I don't know what they're talking about. I'm like going to go like move my hand to them. Come on, move along.
Junior Green Wings SOS.
Korean commentators, listen. Okay, this show is not just you. Okay, we're
Our
up
jobs
here.
are hard.
We're waiting. Okay, I know you probably have a lot to say about SOS, but okay, there we go. Get that camera off his face.
Well, now we got
double proxy racks.
Some down and dirty proxy racks play here, and I like this from Heart. I think it's also. I think against SOS in this matchup, probably a great idea to cheese in the first game of the best of 5.
Sure, it definitely could work. SOS does have very good micro and good crisis management, so we'll see if he can hold on against this. We'll see if he even scouts, because he hasn't scouted. Oh, wow. Okay, this is very interesting, because he went...
He went pylon gate, pylon gas there.
Yes, this is... I haven't seen a build like this in so long, I can't even remember what this is for.
No, I actually had to do a bit of a double take there. I'm like, am I not seeing this correctly? Is he playing wrong?
It's really bizarre. The gas is like not even really that late from doing this, but the second pylon is like, I'm very interested by it. He started a Zealot, and you generally start one when you're going to make a Nexus anyways. You know, the pylon might just fit in there and be fine, is the thing. It's weird to see it because no one does that. You know,
you can see he's checking for proxies, but he hasn't checked the spot where the actual barracks are hidden.
Yeah, if he does see that now, oh God, is he going to cancel the Zealot? He's not? Really? He didn't cancel the Zealot. Like, he's going to be fine. SOS has some really good game sense here. What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, talk about, like, SOS doing such a weird build that just so happens to counter the even weirder build here from Heart.
TB, man, I think you got a traitor in your house. Someone sent the replay pack of Heart to SOS here. This is ridiculous that he had the Zealot and scouted for that. Okay, so anyways, he does pull some probes here. Some nice micro so far, not losing anything. More SCVs on the way. He's just got to stall this out and get out as many stalkers as is possible.
Yeah, the stalker is the key to holding off a rush like
and in
this.
fact, the fact that he doesn't have this bunker up and the stalker's already out, SOS is in fantastic shape. Normally this doesn't normally happen like this because you cancel the Zealot or you don't see this in time or something, but this is going so well right now for SOS. Hart should be losing Hart at this moment.
I mean, this is, there's, even if his bunker finally does finish, I mean, how is he even going to be able to push any further than this right here?
He lost 7 probes, but killed now 6 SCVs, and there's no bunkers. So this is like a win for SOS already.
Yeah.
Without a bunker, you can't do this.
GG, there it is. Short
Wow.
and sweet.
Wow.
SOS hard to beat, man. That was not the game I thought we were going to see there. That was very short.
By the way, you know what's so hilarious? Generic Green Wings team, the bottled water they have, is the same they give out on
the airline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Genair is owned by Korean Air.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's the same bottled water that we drink every time we're flying on Korean Air.
Yeah.
It's really funny they do that, but that's
really,
good marketing.
really cool to see major Korean companies back in StarCraft II here.
Yeah.
SOS's face was actually on the side of a plane. How sick is that?
Yeah. I didn't even hear what you said because I was listening to the song. I'm sorry.
What song is this?
This is it's a redo of a song, like a remix or something, or a cover of a famous song, whatever we call that. But SOS was like, he scouted that out and he let the Zealot finish before he even saw it. So like, the second pylon actually, I guess, helps with that Zealot being made so quickly. But I mean that he somehow sensed it and then just
it was very odd that
controlled
SOS did that build. I mean, it was odd. Did the Zealot finished?
Well, SOS might not be
before he spotted the barracks, and now, granted, Hart is known for doing some pretty crazy, cheesy stuff. So, he might have detected that there's.
I didn't think he was like overly cheesy in Code S last season, but
no, not last season, but just historically.
Think that, definitely the case. I think SOS might be looking at him and saying, "There's literally no way you can beat me if I live through into the mid game." Like he might be thinking that SOS is like. Has been top 5 with pros in the world for so long now. So
game number 2 is loaded up on the map Iron Fortress.
Whoa, this map.
In the bottom right, in the red, we have our Terran player.
The color of blood.
Axiom Hard.
That pumps through it.
The color of passion. Hashtag passion. And in the upper left, in the blue, he is
Generic Green Wings SOS.
It would be great to have him back in Code S, I would tell you. He's
well, right now it's looking like he's going to get there.
Yeah, I'm not going to let that game, like, the thing is, when he scouted it right off and already had a Zealot done before he saw it, that was like a free win, like as long as you can micro-well.
It hard counters it.
Yeah, so, like, we haven't actually seen what Hart is capable of yet. That was just like he chose a build and SOS somehow divined that it would occur, probably with a Ouija board. And that's it.
All right. Well, we have what should be a much longer, more dramatic game here.
Certainly. Oh, so
Artosis,
I played a bunch more of the beta this morning.
Yeah, I am actually so sad. I'm not going to be able to get to play the beta until tomorrow, and then I'm going to do that the whole weekend here. So the champion is welcome to. Oh, nice. God bless you, DK. By the way. Donkey Kong.
Yep, of course, Donkey Kong.
For sure, Donkey Kong.
Oh, CC first. But anyways, I played a lot more. It sucks that you haven't been able to play it this weekend, man.
I've had a really hectic
I also
schedule,
unlocked all the new BlackRock cards that were released
I have
this
a serious weekend of nerding coming up here.
Actually, tomorrow I'm going out to the park all day, so I had to get lots of gaming.
Oh, you're going to go do that whole nature thing?
Yeah. That whole having a daughter thing.
Yeah, well, having a kid thing.
So anyways, I want to talk about the beta a little bit, because I had a lot of fun once again. Really excited about the starting with 12 probes thing. 12 workers overall. It like jumpstarts that game so quick.
When I played Legacy of the Void at BlizzCon, I was most excited about that.
Yeah, it felt
which might sound kind of silly to some of you guys listening. You're thinking you're more excited about more workers tasteless. Isn't that weird? But absolutely I am.
Yeah.
It's going to pick up the pace of the game, and all build orders are new now.
Yeah, totally. And they fixed the timer, so it's real time now. So when we talk about time, we are talking some abstract term that literally only we understand. So that's cool. But I found out some other things about it that I just hadn't noticed. Like, I didn't keep super up to date on what the release of Legacy of the Void was, like what exactly every change was. But anyway, so I found out today that Colossus was nerfed a little bit, which I really like. I really like that. Slight nerf to that Colossus to make the orb thing more, you know, like the combination of the two would be too strong. You got to nerf the Colossus.
Something's got to go down a little bit there.
Yeah.
And you definitely don't want overlapping units either.
Yeah. But definitely a very fun day.
I'm excited. I can't wait to just, you know, tomorrow is going to be one of those days where I wake up and I don't know if I'm going to shower because I'm going to basically walk right to my PC and start playing.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I don't know if you want to use Protoss during that. You're going to get really frustrated really quickly. Because someone's going to make a Cyclone.
Yeah, Cyclone.
And then you're going to die. Like, it's going to kill everything you have, and you're like, did that really, like, I thought Arto's, like,
is this my reality?
Is this, I thought he was joking, you know, really every single thing I had was killed by that one unit? Yes, Tasteless, every single thing you had.
I'm looking forward to getting Shrek then.
Yeah. Well, it looks like we have an Oracle popping out here from SOS. If Hart blocks this Oracle well, then he is in fantastic shape. You know, that's... Like, the fact that it's a CC first, and then it's SOS just making his Nexus into that Oracle, he just will have such a hard time having enough army to stop the nonstop pressure that should be coming out of Hart.
Yeah, and he's going to have, with these upgrades here, Stim and +1 range attack. I mean, he's going to be in pretty good shape in the mid-game. It's like you were saying, though, as long as he doesn't lose too much to the Oracle.
Yeah,
the turrets are finishing up here. Now, even with the turrets in the main and the expansion, you could still shave off SCVs around the corner. I'm sorry, there is no turret in the main, just in the expansion.
Well, let's see what this Oracle can get done. He does spot it with that depot. Okay, he has Marines in place. That's really, really good. Let's see how many kills he can actually get. You'll always get a few with this.
Yeah. You pretty much will always lose at least 1 or 2 SCVs. But I got to say, this is about as well as this could have possibly gone for Hart, at least so far.
Absolutely. And that's really bad for SOS. Like, look, right now he's making a Forge. He's probably going to make a cannon even with that Forge, because when Hart starts moving out, I mean, the Oracle, it's... You just don't have muscle against this type of stuff. So this is going to be pretty tough for him.
The scans here sees the 2 gases are just now finishing the expansion. And SOS is just teching up here. He's going to have to power on 2 bases because there's no way he can take an expansion for a little while now. And he's actually... Is he faking this?
Yeah, he wants to...
I think he wants to make it look like it's going to be an all-in. But if you notice, Hart has not been tricked at all. He's actually... not put any extra SCVs by the bunker. He's got a good read here. Hart's in great shape this game.
Indeed. I mean, I guess he could do something with 3 sentries. You could theoretically just force field the ramp and kill You could kill, like, the bunker and a few units and stuff, but long term, do you get any actual damage done here? I don't think so.
Well, I'm not sure what he's planning on doing. Oh, this is cute.
Okay.
This is so cute.
That's SOS for you right there.
All right, I think this is our first game of casting the hallucinated Stalker.
Now, if Hart is really on top of things, he already knows was hallucinated, because that was way overkill on the damage that would have killed that. If the first volley killed it, it wouldn't be so telling. But the fact that 2, it's like, well, I mean, each of those Stalkers... Wait a minute. Those Stalkers should have killed this in 1 volley, so why is this taking 2?
Loses the Oracle. Hart, it's getting more and more of an edge here.
Yeah.
I really admire the hallucinated Stalker play, but I don't necessarily think it's actually good. You know?
Yeah, if you can trick him, it can be very nice, but, you know, it didn't quite work out. Now, we do have charge on the way, so as long as Hart doesn't overcommit any micros well, these charge lots, like, 2-base charge lot is not too popular.
No, and I think there's a reason for that, is that you can kite that pretty effectively.
Yeah.
So
if you know that it's there, you won't lose to it if you react correctly. You just won't.
So he's going to come up here now. Let's see how this goes. The Mothership Core is in perfect position here for a Nexus cannon at either the main or the expansion. What do you think of the Phoenixes?
I like it. The Phoenix is, you know, when you're going something like Charge Light, you're not going to be good against drops at all. You don't have Blink or anything like that that you would normally use to hold it off. So it's good to have those. He can chase down Medivacs. He can lift up units that are running away from his charge lots, stuff like that. But I will see. This is actually plenty of an army for SOS to actually be able to take out what Hart has. So Hart should not be engaging with this yet.
He's still staying back here.
Yeah, he needs some Medivacs. The thing is, against something like this, you need to hit a critical mass. Like, you can actually... Hart could sit in his base, continue to macro, and then move out closer to the time where SOS wants to take a third, because SOS doesn't have any real splash here. It's just Archons, and like you basically need to hit a critical mass to make that Zealot in their surface area weaker. Because right now he doesn't have that. Like, those Zealots can basically surround this whole army.
Medivacs are coming into play, but keep in mind that he got the starport very late here, so these are pretty late Medivacs, but that's why he has such a bulky army here on the ground. Oh, he's going to go for it. He's going to come here where the Phoenix is. And we see nice lifting here. He can just destroy that with the Archons.
Yeah, very well done there by SOS. Definitely an overcommittal there from Hart.
Yeah, I think Hart should have backed up around the time that Medivacs got there.
Absolutely the case.
Oh, I don't know if I like this.
Yeah,
he's slowly losing bits of his army back there. We see regrouping here. 2 Widow Mines being burrowed.
Yeah, Widow Mine's going to be fantastic against that. So SOS actually backs up immediately right now. SOS's army, after these couple little skirmishes, way better than Hart's. But Hart has 2-2 on the way. He's taking a third base. As long as he utilizes Widow Mines for a little bit and some good building placement and whatnot, he's still in good shape.
Okay, he's been forced back now, so there's a little bit of an expo lead here. The Nexus on the third base here for SOS has only just started. The Robotics, by the way, just now finishing up here as well. Map control going to SOS, although it's not clear for how long. Hart did a build early on where he was just going to have a lot of bulk, a big army, lots of Marines, lots of Marauders, but not the option to harass.
Yeah.
SOS did go for this harass build early on, but didn't really do any damage with it. So Hart's still in the lead. He's looking pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. He should be looking better if, especially considering the harassment build of SOS didn't do anything. But, the one mistake of not just backing up and waiting for a bigger army did make it so that this is a lot closer.
Well, Hart's pushing out now again. It's 136 supply to 158. And Hart is not done growing here.
Yeah, he's becoming an enlarged Hart now.
He's going to come out now. And I think that SOS can't hold this.
Yeah, the Widow Mines are really... If the Widow Mines get decent connections, then it's really bad.
Yeah, he can't stop him from taking out this expansion. I think SOS kind of did a wonky build and is going to pay the price for it.
Well, let's see here. He actually lifts up those Widow Mines, which is pretty awesome, but those force fields actually working against him at this moment. Does lose that Nexus, of course, as you say. And, I mean, Hart should be feeling pretty good, but with double Colossus tech popping out here, like, if he doesn't die here, he could get a very strong unit composition.
Yeah, he certainly could. We see him coming up here now. Tried to pick up one of those Widow Mines, picked up a Marauder instead. Did get the other Widow Mine, however. But yeah, with 2 Colossi out, that's pretty scary. Zealot, Archon, and Colossi.
Yeah. This is a ground pounder army right here.
Yeah.
You need Vikings against this, and he's just starting his first Vikings. So as Thermalance finishes and he gets more Colossi out, it's very scary, and I think that Hart should actually probably pull back. He has 3 bases. He doesn't need to press the issue right now. There's no need.
You see him now stimming, coming forward here. We're about to have 2 more Colossi pop out here as well. Now the Observer can see the Widow Mines. Now also important to note here is that with Phoenixes in play, he does not want to lose any of these Medivacs here. And he's forced to make Vikings, by the way. Because if he loses these Medivacs, it's going to be hard for him to remake them while still keeping up with 2 Robo Colossus.
Yeah. That is actually kind of part of the problem when you don't open with Colossus, is that it lets them bank more Medivacs before they have to go Viking. And we see that happening right here, where he just has like a higher Medivac count than you would normally imagine.
Yeah.
But, I think that Hart is like misplaying slightly. He's like well ahead and doing a good job in a lot of ways, but like, for instance, I think he was taking too many risks and losing a few too many units up there.
Yeah.
You kill the third base there, you can back up, reinforce big, and go back out. And it's like, what does SOS do then?
Yeah.
You don't want to do some of these scrappier engagements when your economy lead hasn't truly kicked in yet. But it's kicking in now, and SOS is in a lot of trouble. Still mining off just 2 bases. In fact, even less. His main is almost mined out here. God, that looks like a Legacy of the Void main.
Mined up so quickly. Well, I got to say, props to SOS for lasting this long. I just don't. Heart has such a big lead. And it's just going to be very, very difficult to outdo SOS. I mean, for SOS to outdo Heart in this situation.
Especially his 3-3 finishes.
Yeah.
When he has 3-3, that's insane. It's going to be like 2 upgrades advantage. And with 2 upgrade advantage, basically a 2 base advantage as well.
He's going to cut through SOS's army like a warm knife through butter, man.
Yeah. He's going to chop it in half like an asteroid hitting a watermelon.
Yeah. Well, some stalkers are out here. You can try to blink back and forth with these. I should be the moment here where we're going to see potentially an SCV pull, but it doesn't have to be an SCV pull, but the attempted killing blow here from Heart. Let's see how this actually turns out.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of a choke area, so he's got to be careful about that. Nice pick off there by SOS.
So he wants
SOS has a good army here still, so still a chance.
Ground weapons finishing up here. Infantry armor about to finish.
Nice setting off that Widow Mine. It's about time to use these Vikings. He's just got to pick off a couple Colossus and he should be fine. And we see actually right now a lot of EMPs going down as well. The Vikings going to work on these Colossi. Not really killing them off before the engagement though. So they're dealing some damage, but it looks like Heart just has way too many units.
Yeah, that's going to be a GG.
Nice. That was pretty well done by Heart.
Yeah, nicely done there by Heart in a straight-up game. I do find the opener there for SOS questionable, as well as the
it was a big
unit composition after that.
Yeah, like, I understand, like, I don't think he wanted to go into charge lots, but I think when the Oracle didn't work, he's like, oh, I need to, like, catch him making a mistake, which he almost did. Like, he got a few extra units from Heart. Heart overstayed a little bit in the beginning. Didn't really matter that much because he had such a big advantage, but definitely the build that SOS chose to go into Oracle after expand against someone that went CC first, he was relying on luck there. He was hoping that Heart would not be prepared for an Oracle.
Let's see what happens here in game number 3. We've had already one really weird game for game 1. Game 2 was interesting, but SOS, you know he's probably not going to use that again. He can play it just a normal, PvT here.
Yeah.
And I do think in both these guys play standard, solid games, the best of their ability, I should say. I think SOS still does come out. I'm happy to get my words up. I'm wrong, but right now I'm looking at him.
SOS is a better player than Heart overall.
Yeah.
There's no question there. Like, his accomplishments speak for themselves. But Heart does have it in him to possibly take the series, and so far he's making it pretty good. That was the first real game, so you see Crank is in there talking to Heart. Crank, a very smart player.
Very smart player.
I had the most embarrassing game in Legacy of Void against him yesterday.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
I cannon rushed him on that terrible map Inferno Pools. And, like, I was like, ooh, instead of adding extra cannons behind the minerals where I already have them up, I'm going to add them in front of the hatch so that he can't even get out of his natural, because I knew he didn't have a drone out there. So I'm like, this is going to be sick. I'm going to get a win right here.
Yeah.
I have, like, 3 cannons warping, none of them hit the hatchery. And then he Niduses me and I die. It was quite embarrassing.
Wow. Well, Bonnie Research Station is going to be the map for game number 3 here. New maps can oftentimes lead to cheeses and strats we've never seen before. I would say SOS is favored specifically on this map, since SOS has probably the most builds for Protoss.
Yeah.
This should be a good map for him, but let's see. Heart is somebody who has a lot of good builds as well.
Now, that being said, I do agree with you on that, but this map, very droppable for Terran. It's like, the size is a bit deceiving. It seems like that back pocket natural should be easy to defend, but it's very, very droppable. So, if you want to play a macro game here, you have to be extremely precise with your unit movements, with where your stalkers are, where your observers are, and that doesn't ring to me as like SOS's main strength. So, we'll see.
Down here in the south, in the red,
Axiom Heart.
If he took that hat off and he had like
his brain's just sticking out.
Yeah, and there's like some sort of alien worm on his brain controlling his actions, making him a super Terran. You'd think a Zerg player would have that on a Terran.
Yeah, here in the north.
Gene Green Wings SOS.
One of those brain slugs or whatever from Futurama or something.
Carnivorous earwig or something like that. Here all the way from Hawaii.
Oh,
welcome. Sick.
We were literally just talking about Hawaii.
So Clinton,
like
you better be watching. He says hi.
Who, Bill Clinton?
It must be Bill Clinton.
He's probably a fan.
Probably a fan, man.
If you ask him what his favorite GSL game is, though, he'd probably tell you he doesn't recall. Welcome to the studio. Sorry, our weather is not as good as Hawaii's.
Yeah, sorry our beaches aren't as good.
No, definitely not.
We do have great mega cities out here.
That's true. We do have those.
Well, I don't think we get a lot of...
our internet's better.
I think Hawaii, if we had to take all the states, it's probably like Wyoming, Hawaii, and the Dakotas are our lowest viewership.
Huh.
I've never actually...
I have no idea,
ask Golem if we can even check to see what states watch. I'm sure the most watch
there's a way to check that.
California, Texas.
They're just like big population states.
Yeah, the sheer size.
Like Florida. How many people watch from Florida?
There's a lot of people in Florida, actually.
Yeah, but they're all old, right?
They're all retired.
Some guy watches, he's like, I'm not so old. I'm 65 years young. Like, all right, Grandpa. No, actually.
The funny thing is, we're going to be old one day. We'll still be playing computer games.
Oldness is a state of mind.
That's true.
And anyone watching the GSL is young
at heart,
man.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, my birthday is on Monday.
And you're going to be like, what,
32
like 50
years
or
old.
something? Oh, 32, okay.
But
32?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to
I
tell.
I thought you were 30. Are you 31 now?
I'm 31 now.
Oh, that would make
I thought
sense
I
for
was
you.
too, and then it turns out no. I checked the year. But yeah, I'm going to be 32. You couldn't tell though the way that I act and
no, man.
The way that I rage at video games. Still, I haven't changed really since I was about 16.
How cool you look when you ride your longboard to Guam. Yeah. I mean, just judging from Artos's hip-hop dancing skills, you would never guess he's 32.
You never guess it.
No, you wouldn't guess
Much closer to 45 based on those hip-hop dancing skills. All right, nice.
Oh, I thought he was going to
nice fast expand.
Then I'm like, whoops, that's his side of the map. Never mind. So Hart is on the team Axiom, which is in fact owned by Total Biscuit.
Yeah, Total Biscuit and his wife are the...
Yeah, I think you do a great job. Total Biscuit is, if you're not familiar with Total Biscuit, let me just try to sum this up. He's bigger than all of esports.
He is.
Yes.
I love that guy, actually.
Do you ever watch any of his game reviews?
I actually don't, no.
You haven't really?
No, the thing is, it's kind of sad, but like the games I play play Nintendo 3DS because I'm like on subways and airplanes a lot in hotels, so I really enjoy playing that. And then I play StarCraft by far the most, and then some Hearthstone and Heroes of the Storm. And other than that, I like play almost zero.
Yeah, you were never much of a console gamer.
No, not really. Like when I was a little kid,
you're not
I
like
was,
the guy that has like 50 games in the Steam library or something. But
oh no, I have like 4. I have like CS:GO and Grey Goo, and I think my wife bought me like Batman and like a tower defense game that I like.
Wow.
But like I never play any of those games.
I think Total Biscuit is probably the best game reviewer there is.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Most game
I know
reviews
him. He's
are,
my buddy.
Yeah, we're friends with him, man.
Yeah.
He's
watching right now. He's like, oh, I don't know if I really consider them friends, but I guess that's nice of him to say. I'm like, oh.
He's like, why are these chodes name dropping me right now?
I love that he calls us chodes.
Man, yeah.
Okay, we do have a hallucinated oracle going across the map right now. We'll see if that scares Hart. He's like, oh, but there's no Nexus cannon he can cast, so it's not like quite as powerful as if a Protoss does it to a Protoss.
So
like,
we have...
It just starts 4 missile turrets right now. I'm like, wow, that did a lot, actually.
Cool play here by SOS.
Yeah.
No, I'd say that most game reviewers not... Most game reviews are just not actually reviewing as the game is as a game. So I
used to read StarCraft game reviews, and I would just be like, "Holy crap! Someone pays this guy to write this shit.
This guy makes money writing this stuff. Thanks,
like, no,
thanks
nothing.
PC gamer." Like,
yeah.
Here comes the Warp Prism now. Okay, I was really confused about that. I'm like, I don't know about this empty Warp Prism play.
Yeah, it was rally down. It looks like he wanted to do a Colossus drop and do an all-in here. And I wasn't quite sure because it rallied down immediately. But the thing is, he's even getting the Twilight and the Forge, which you normally don't get with that build. So I'm not 100% sure on what his plan is here. It might be Colossus drop into really heavy attack that might kill him, but with easy backup of Blink and +1. Because that would just be like a very normal play then.
Oh, cool. Is he going to just ship this out?
Yeah. This has gained a lot of popularity in the last
it's funny because this was really big in like the first 3 months of StarCraft II as well, back in the early Wings of Liberty day.
Yeah, that's right. Choya did a build like this, and
back when we were doing GSL before the alphabet letters came in.
Yeah,
it was just GSL. We didn't have Code S and Code A.
That's right. Good old days. The days where foreigners could play in it.
Yes, that's right. Unlike the current day and age where it's the only foreigners in StarCraft II are the casters. So we have a push coming out here, which should lend itself to be a favorable position here for SOS if he actually does drop that Colossus there.
This is really cool. I see what he's doing here. Because he has that Colossus way out here and wants to take the third, he added those gates a little bit quicker. You can get more units. Look at this. He's going to do this right as Thermal Lance is finishing. Which, well, it was like a little bit before. But anyways, he gets more SCV kills like that. He should be able to hold on to that third. Well, I mean, he should have been able to hold on to that third.
Yeah, I think if he was actually
well, I guess he warped in these Zealots, so he actually didn't have as many units at home. If he had warped those in at home, they could have joined up with his other Colossi.
Is he actually going to keep pushing? Yes, he is.
Yeah, well, with a ranged Colossus, when they don't have a Viking here, as long as he doesn't lose that Warp Prism, he's fine.
Whoa, that was close. This is actually working out very nicely. And he's going to drop right on top over here.
That's not going to work at all because of that Nexus Cannon. And all he's got to do here is target down those Marines, and he's actually fine. This Colossus drop is doing some serious, serious damage.
And oh my God, the micro is so good.
Oh my God, man! He's just like, no, I play this game. I know that I'm not going to lose this. Like, oh, okay.
Talk about just. I'm actually surprised he was even dropping the Colossus up and down there for a little bit because the odds of him losing it are so high at that moment. The Viking is going to continue to chase out the Warp Prism, but the Viking, despite having rockets on its back, is basically the slowest unit.
Yeah, it's pretty slow. But, I mean, it can land and walk around. Maybe if they got rid of that, it'd be quicker, but then it would just be a Corruptor. God knows we need more Corruptor-like units.
We need the Corruptor, man. It's the best unit in the game. Like,
I had
by far the most
new Corruptor that can
unit.
kill buildings. It's the dumbest thing. It just like flies in. You can't even warp in Stalkers to stop it killing your Nexus. If they have like 8 of them, your Nexus is gone. That's it.
Okay, here we go. Big drop over here, but that was actually spotted incidentally by the Warp Prism. So
look at this, 4 Colossus right now. He does have Blink. Has that +1 armor. Third base about to finish against Hart, who doesn't have one. SCV lead. His army is better. This is very painful right now for Hart. This is a very well done build here by SOS. Haven't seen this iteration of the Colossus drop yet.
Yeah, really, well, I guess leave it to SOS, you know, to do a build like this. It's got more builds than basically any Protoss in the world.
Yeah, pretty much. I wonder if they're even... I almost want to go fan fiction and be like, I don't know, I think he makes this up on the fly, but no, not really. he knew what this build was before he did it.
Oh my God, that was so good. I almost spat out my coffee. So he's coming down here now.
Oh,
and
man,
this might be the killing blow here.
Yeah, he's got more than enough. This is not a problem to kill with this. All right, so that's going to go 2-1 to SOS. Pretty convincing game, this one, but again, it's like a build that hasn't really been used, so I think Hart was maybe caught a little bit off guard with it. The timing of that Colossus drop was a bit strange and whatnot.
He should probably, yeah, okay, here we go. He's going to edge forward now.
He just has to go a little bit slowly. Nice pick off there by Hart, but at the end of the day, like, these Stalkers could end up killing that, you know?
Yeah, there's just too many stalkers. There it is. GG. SOS is up 2-1.
All right. Well, that means it's match point for him. Just got to win one of these next 2 games. And, you know, Hart, though, he did pick up that game number 2, so it's like the game number 1 didn't even really count. This series is truly 1-1 right now.
Man, Hart, he's been delivering some great games, some great strats, but it is looking a lot like the matches of him we've passed it before, where he's good, but he's not better than his opponent. You know?
Yeah. Well, he's got a very tough match here too. You know, I wonder what happens. You put him against someone like Panic, for instance, and yeah, Panic had a great series, so maybe Panic wins that too. But you know, SOS is as tall an order as you can have in Code A.
Yeah, no kidding.
He's like someone that you actually expect to be in the round of 8, so he doesn't even hit Code A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to go to a short little break. When we return, we're going to go to game number 4 here between Hart and SOS.